We know that the tangent line to a circle at point P is the red line that intersects the circle at exactly one point. So how about the tangent line to a curve? Let's consider this function. So we have y is equal to f of x, and consider the 2 points PQ with coordinates x of 0, f of x sub 0 for P, and x sub 1, f of x sub 1 for Q. So we have this secant line, itong red line na to, that connects P and Q. Ngayon, ano ang slope ng secant line na yan? Remember, ang slope natin is equal to rise over run. So that is change in y over change in x. Since we know the coordinates of P and Q, the slope of the secant PQ is equal to f of x sub 1 minus f of x sub 0. Yun yung y's nung dalawa natin. Ito yung y nung Q, ito yung y nung P. All over x sub 1 minus x sub 0. Now, if we let x sub 1 minus x sub 0 be delta x, or the change in x, okay, ang mangyayari ngayon, yung slope ng secant natin becomes f of delta x plus x sub 0, diba, kapag nag-transpose tayo doon, minus f of x sub 0 all over delta x. Let's observe ano ang mangyayari kapag pinalapit natin si Q, pinalapit natin ito doon sa position ni P. So we are saying that Q now approaches P, which means that x sub 1 will approach x sub 0. Tama? Pag lumalapit si Q kay P, ang nangyayari kay x sub 1, lumalapit din siya kay x sub 0. At anong nangyayari ngayon doon sa difference ni x sub 1 at ni x sub 0 kung ito papalapit ng papalapit doon? The delta x now approaches 0. Diba? Hanggang maging 0 na pag lumapit doon. Palapit na siya ng palapit. So magiging ganyan siya. Pinalapit natin si Q. Yan. Let's observe kung ano ang nangyayari doon sa ating graph. Palapit siya ng palapit, and then, ayan, malapit na siya, yun, pasok sa banga. Ngayon ang tanong, ano ngayon ang slope ni line L? Note that yung line L natin, galing yun sa secant PQ kanina. From Q, in-approach natin yung P. Doon galing yung L natin na line. So ano ngayon ang slope niya? Observe that, since lumalapit tayo ng lumalapit, ano ba yung concept sa math na lapit ng lapit, palapit ng palapit? Okay? That is limit. Okay? Observe that PQ approaches the line L. So we say that the slope of L now is actually equal to the limit ng f of x sub 1 minus f of x sub 0 all over x sub 1 minus x sub 0. Now, note that x sub 1 minus x sub 0 is equal to delta x. So we say that the slope of L now is equal to the limit of f of delta x plus x sub 0 minus f of x sub 0 all over delta x as delta x approaches 0. So yun lang pala yun. Habang pinapalapit natin ng pinapalapit yung isang point doon sa given na point natin, no? Actually, nakukuha natin yung limit ng kanyang slope, which is actually the slope of that line. In actuality, line L is called the tangent line to the graph y equals f of x at point P. So, siya pala yung tangent line. Now, let's define a tangent line. So, meron tayong dalawang definition ng tangent line. Okay, magkaiba to. First, if the function f is defined on an open interval containing x equals x sub 0, then the tangent line to the graph at the point P with coordinates x sub 0, f of x sub 0, is the line passing through P whose slope is given by m equals the limit as delta x approaches 0 of f of delta x plus x sub 0 minus f of x sub 0 all over delta x, provided that the limit exists. Another is, masasabi din natin na tangent line siya to the graph at the point P is the line with equation x equals x sub 0 if yung limit as delta x approaches 0 from the left of f of delta x plus x sub 0 minus f of x all over delta x is equal to positive or negative infinity, and yung limit as delta x approaches 0 from the right of f of delta x plus x sub 0 minus f of x sub 0 all over delta x is equal to positive infinity or negative infinity. So doon sa dalawang definition natin, sinasabi natin doon na dapat nag-exist yung limit or the limit is positive or negative infinity. Otherwise, wala tayong tangent line to the graph of f at point P. The slope of the tangent line to the graph of f at P gives us the idea on the flatness or steepness of the graph of f at P and whether the graph of f rises or falls at P. So, parang dito sa example natin, okay, so dito, sinasabi lang niya na decreasing siya, flat siya, and then decreasing. Parang behavior niya. Ano bang itsura niya nung graph natin sa point na yon? Okay? Not necessarily yung buong graph, but ano yung itsura ng graph natin sa point na yon. The tangent line to the graph of a function may intersect the graph at points other than the point of tangency. So, unlike doon sa circle natin, wherein yung point of tangency natin, iisa lang talaga. Okay? Doon lang talaga yung kanyang in-intersect. Pero dito sa curve natin, if we say tangent line, pag sinabi natin tangent line, pwedeng more than one. For example dito, in-intersect siya sa point P, tapos meron pang isang intersection dito. Okay? So, yun yung pagkakaiba ng tangent line sa circle at yung tangent line sa curve. Another important concept that we should know is the normal line. So we define the normal line to the graph of f at the point P as the line perpendicular to the tangent line at P. So yun lang siya. Yung normal line, siya lang yung perpendicular na line doon sa tangent line. For example, we have here the curve. Okay? Ito yung tangent line natin. Yung normal line naman natin ay yung perpendicular sa kanya. Since they are perpendicular, then we say that the slope of the normal line is the negative reciprocal of the slope of the tangent line at a given point of f.